On Sunday, an elite university in India's capital turned into a battle zone. Students and teachers at the prestigious Jawaharlal Nehru University, or JNU, were attacked by masked assailants wielding sticks and iron rods. Police had to eventually be deployed on campus to keep the peace. They say the incident was a clash between rival student groups. But others aren't convinced. Students and India's opposition parties are blaming a student group linked to Prime Minister Narendra Modi's ruling BJP. The BJP, in turn, has refuted the charges. But there's one thing no one's disputing, that for nearly 2 hours on a Sunday evening, an armed mob roamed free in one of India's most prestigious universities, beating up people with impunity.
It's been called a descent into fascism. A masked mob baying for blood in one of India's top universities. For more than an hour, dozens of assailants unleashed terror on the hallways here, smashing windows, attacking students and staff indiscriminately, including the leader of the student union.
I have been brutally attacked by kids who wear masks. I don't know, I've been bleeding. I am not even in a condition to talk. I've been brutally beaten up.
Those present say the police turned a blind eye as the mob ran riot. Around 20 people were hurt in the violence. It's still unclear who the attackers were or their motives. Many are pointing the finger at the ABVP, a student group affiliated with the governing Hindu nationalist BJP party.
I'm totally shocked. In a gated institute like JNU, where I can't enter for a program, how did these ABVP goons enter? You know, politics aside, elections aside, this is India. We are not a banana republic. I'm shocked. I may not do politics again, that's a different thing. But what has happened today is a travesty.
As word of the attack spread, angry crowds traded slogans with each other outside the university gates late into the night. An ABVP member echoed the government claims that left-wing groups were responsible.
Leftist thugs are roaming this campus with masks on their faces without fear. They're attacking workers of the ABVP. They're pretending that ABVP workers have done this. The opposition is helping them. The left is attempting to defame this campus.
The violence has shocked many in India. From Mumbai to New Delhi, students held protests in solidarity. Their message: an attack on one is an attack on all.
DW correspondent Nimisha Jaya was earlier at the JNU campus and spoke to students about what happened.
I'm at the Jawaharlal Nehru University in New Delhi right now, where violence broke out last night and dozens were injured. There's a heavy police and media presence, and with me are some students who witnessed what was happening. So tell us, what exactly did you see last night?
So it's not from last night, the last 2 days. There's goons, like 60, 70 goons. They came with a mask on, with the sticks, with the hammers, and after that we get to know they had pepper spray and acid as well along with them. So we just ran away from that place. People were hiding, each and everyone. They are trying to save themselves, like going to their safe places and all. They have beaten our teachers really brutally. They are in trauma center. Like, we literally can't express how our night yesterday, we just felt it's so disturbing. We really were so afraid. Like, if I remember about yesterday, it was really disturbing for us because we never felt this kind of terror in this campus. Like, we were trying to save ourselves and trying to save our friends. Not even friends, we don't even know people, but still we are trying to safeguard them. Because at the end of the day, we are students of JNU. We are trying to save each other.
Also, Shubham, the police is telling the media and has told us that they deployed as quickly as they could, given that there was a large situation to handle. Did you get support from the police? You were injured yourself, I believe.
No, not at all. The police were at the main gate around 5 o'clock here, and that goons were already in the campus. They were hitting the students around 6 o'clock inside the hostels. But police was waiting outside the main gate, and they are saying that the Vice Chancellor did not allow them to come inside. Why was it so? it seems that it was the planned by, it is a state-sponsored terror. Students are getting beaten up badly, common student, teachers, and the police was waiting outside, waiting for the confirmation from the Vice Chancellor.
DW correspondent Nimisha Jaya joins me now from Delhi with more. Nimisha, we just saw your report from the university campus. What is the real reason why JNU was attacked?
Well, Viresh, the immediate issue at hand was protests by students over a fee hike in the structure in the university. These protests have been going on for a while, but once again, this was a pitting of left-leaning student groups, which usually dominate the university, versus right-leaning student groups. And because of the university's inclinations to the left, they have generally, students from the university have generally been participating in multiple protests about social justice, over equality. Many of these are against the government. So JNU, the university, has been seen as a hotbed of dissent, and many are worried, critics are worried about the fact that maybe this crackdown actually aligns with an overall crackdown of dissent by this government, and perhaps this wasn't simply about the fee hike issue, but could be a larger effort to suppress dissent coming out from this university.
But this incident itself has blown up into a larger national issue, hasn't it, Nimisha? It has pit the opposition parties against the government. Why is that happening?
Well, yes, definitely, Biresh. The narrative that I was speaking of, that this is a crackdown on dissent, has been picked up by the political opposition. Multiple political leaders from opposition parties have come out and said that this is the government once again covertly supporting a crackdown on young students, unarmed students, peaceful students who are critical of this government. However, it's also interesting to note that the government itself, political leaders from within the Bharatiya Janata Party, as well as ministries, have come out on social media condemning these attacks, saying that such treatment of students on peaceful university campuses will not be tolerated. This is also interesting in contrast to violence that happened last month on another university campus, Jamia University in New Delhi. And while the opposition picked that up too as a crackdown on dissent, the government kept quiet. So this particular incident is drawing much more political commentary from both sides.
Nimisha, talk to us about the role of the police in this particular incident. I know from personal experience from Delhi, for example, that there is a police station just 5 minutes drive from the JNU campus. Yet you had dozens of armed attackers roaming freely in the campus, attacking students and staff. How was this possible?
Well, we spoke to the police, Biresh, when we were there, and they said that they responded the moment they got a call, but they were actually waiting for enough troops to gather to actually enter a volatile situation where there were hundreds of people, and they said they were also waiting for permissions from the Vice Chancellor of the university. The students strongly deny these claims. The students, on the other hand, alleged that there was police persons there already protecting who they call are the goons supported by, they said that the attackers were being supported by the police, and the students say that such discretion was not exercised in the past, so why was the police holding back while they were being attacked?
Nimisha Jaya, thanks very much for that. And there's been strong reaction on social media to the violence on the JNU campus from a variety of high-profile Indians. For example, chairman of the car manufacturer Mahindra Group, Anand Mahindra, has tweeted, "It doesn't matter what your politics are. If you're an Indian, you cannot tolerate armed, lawless goons." Bollywood star Swara Bhaskar laid the blame squarely on the Hindu nationalist BJP government, saying, "Let's be clear, the attack on JNU last night is a culmination of 3 years of relentless and false vilification of JNU students, teachers, and the institution itself." And former Congress leader Rahul Gandhi tweeted, "The fascists in control of our nation are afraid of the voices of our brave students. Today's violence in JNU is a reflection of that fear."